Hi everyone, it's me, and this video is being made because I was in Florida recently and we went to Home Depot, I believe it was. I was in Orlando, well, Deltona, but anyhow. So we're in there because I'm like, maybe last time I went out to Florida and I went in Home Depot, they had plants for $2 freaking dollars, and I wanted to buy every last one of them. They were, sorry about that, they were I don't know if they were damaged. I didn't see any damage, and I don't remember the name of the plant, but I've seen it since. I've seen it in Home Depot here in New York. I saw it in IKEA, and the price on it definitely was not $2. Anyway, moving on. So, in Florida, at Home Depot, walking around looking at the plant, or plants, and I see this plant. And I was like, what is that? That is too pretty. Do you see the purple? Do you see how the purple picks up on this plant? It's called Purple Passion. And as you see, it's saying it's an exotic angel. I use a certain website that I find works best for me. It's called CostaFarms.com. That's C as in cat, O S is in Sam, T is in Tom, A is in Apple, farms.com. I really like this site. It explains enough for me to understand what it is I need to do. I still will watch a video, I still will search other stuff, but that's my go-to website, Costa Farms. I'll put the link below. But I saw this plant. I was on Costa Farms one time. I saw these different kind of plants that had purple in it. I was like, oh, that plant is pretty. Ooh, I like that plant. So when we were in Home Depot in Florida and I saw this plant, I was like, really? Look at that. I must have it. It was like I felt about my Calathea, aka best known to me as the peacock plant. I said, this plant is different. That's the thing about me. I love plants that are different. I will get the basics too, because I still find different plants, you know, beautiful for different reasons. Whether it's the color of the leaves, the fact that it blooms, the size that it grows, whatever the case may be. You know, I have my reasons on why I pick a plant, and then there's plants that I'll see and I'm like, oh my God, what's that? And I'm drawn in and I get the plant. But again, for this plant, you guys have to see that purple. And depending on where the sun hits it, oh, look at that. It's even beautiful, more beautiful. The thing about this plant is that it has, you see how if you angle it a certain way, you don't see it, and then you put it that way, you see it? I think there's a lot. But anyway, the plant has purple, like fur-like, I'm not even, I know I'm not using the right terms, but it's like hairs, and they're purple. And that's why, depending on the angle, will depend on how much it picks up. But come on, son, tell me that's not pretty, and be honest. I mean, if you don't like purple, then you find it very disgusting, but the color, that is. But look at that. Oh, this plant is so different. Oh, it's just like boom in your face right there. So I had to have it, and I knew I was in Florida. I was like, am I gonna be able to get it back? You know, the airline let me take this. And it's like, oh, you're not flying domestically. You're only going from one state to the next. You're not flying. Did I say domestically? I can never remember which one it is, people. I'm a little slow. I own that. But internationally, domestically, whichever one it is that you're freaking going from one country to the next. All right? That's what I was not doing. I was state to state. So I was able to take it. I damaged it a little though, because I had it in a bag and I had my carry-on in my pocketbook, so I had to put it in my pocketbook so it wasn't an additional bag and blah 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 blah. So I got my plant and I am loving it. I am going to have to search out some stuff. It says here it's medium light. On the back, you know, I fertilize my plants when I feel like it. Yeah, I know. Oh, every 3 months or every 2 months or only in the spring and or summer, blah blah blah. Once a year, twice a year, whatever. I fertilize them a little more than that. I dilute my fertilizer. It's a liquid one, right? Yeah, it goes in water. It's little crystals from Miracle Grow. And it goes in the water and blah blah blah. So I usually put less, so I'm not overdoing it, because I know that over fertilizing is no good too. But the temperature 65 to 80, water usage is light. This plant, I may water it the max once a week. But I just feel it out. I don't really go by the days per se. I go by how the dirt feels, the soil. If it's dry, I water it. Plain and simple. You always got to do a finger check. Stick your finger in your dirt, your soil, and make sure that it's not wet or it's not dry. You got to kind of stick it in, because the top could be dry, but not deep inside, but you know, an inch or two max. If it feels dry that far in, then you want to water your plant. But everybody does what they do. And it also says indirect light, medium light. So I have it in my kitchen, in the window, but it's slightly blocked by other plants there, so it's not getting that direct sunlight like that. And it's saying that the growth rate is fast. Now, if it has grown since I've got it, oh, I got my ugly feet in that picture. Sorry about that. If it has grown since I purchased it, I haven't noticed, because I don't see a bit of difference. Yeah, it's only been about a week and a half. I know I'm reaching. Whatever. You know, it's that fast. But anyway, we'll see what happens. I think I'm gonna measure it and do or not measure it, take a picture, and in the next month I'll take another picture and see if I see any difference. But anyway, you see that plant is beautiful. That plant is really, really beautiful. And I really love how the purple picks up based on the light that it captures and the angle. You know, like I said, you can see it more depending on the angle. Alright, so that is the purple passion. What? Purple passion plant. Hope you liked. Have a good day. Like and subscribe. Take care.